Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Redox Revolution. This is a podcast that Lori Ann and I are starting. I'm Brad Neufeld, and
And
we
I'm
have,
Lorianne Garner.
yay, we're going to talk to you about something that you probably never heard about, but you're going to be so glad you listened to this. Redox Revolution. What is Redox?
So Redox is very simple and very complicated. We
Okay,
can
I love
we
that.
we we can go very simple. It is what is inside every single one of our cells inside our body.
Is this something we study in high school or in in college, or what? At what level do
You
you learn
know,
about this
people
kind of
have been
thing?
studying it for over 30 years, and there's Nobel Prizes with it. They've had a Redox Congress in Paris where doctors have gotten together and talked about it. But it's kind of like, remember when the word antioxidant came out?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and people were like, antioxidant,
Yeah.
antioxidant, like what is an antioxidant?
Hmm.
And there's these like superpower words that have started to just surface. And then all of a sudden you see antioxidant on a bottle of 7 Up.
Oh, on everything. All right.
Right? Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because we want to build our antioxidants. That's what,
Yeah.
people have been educated now about it.
Mhm.
Redox science is just barely surfacing. And doctors have been taught about it in school, but it wasn't as extensive as it is now. Now there are redox biology centers that are going up,
Wow.
schools across the country now that are opening redox biology centers.
Mhm.
And it's something that that I've been studying for about 10 years. And
Mhm.
it's a new science. We can dive really deep into the science, but I would rather talk about a story.
Okay.
So
Let's do
I
it.
know, Brad,
Hmm.
that I told you that redox
Hmm.
uses your belly fat for
Hmm.
energy.
Yes. You told me that, and I did not believe it at first. I did not. And when Lori Ann introduced me to this about 4 or 5 months ago, I was skeptical, but then it was something that I looked into. Of course, I went to Dr. Google a little bit and looked up
Which
redox.
I vaccinate people on that. I say, don't do
Don't
that.
do it. All right. Yeah, come to this channel and we'll teach you all about it. But I saw enough to go, you know what? This might be something that I need right now. And let me just kind of tell you where I was at the time. Obviously, I still have a little bit of weight to lose, but I was very heavy. I was almost 336 pounds. Okay.
Wow.
And so a lot of people say, "Oh, you don't really look like you have that, weigh that much," because I guess I carry it well. Plus, I'm pretty tall and stuff like that. But I did everything. I was like doing every diet there was. I was trying doing just the carb thing, not the carb thing, but the other thing, just the protein thing. And I'd get so discouraged, and it was like it would come off, and then it would go right back on, or I would get so far into it, and then I would just binge eat right back. And Lori Ann had told me that, oh, this might help you also curb your cravings and stuff like that. And I said, oh, wouldn't that be a blessing? Well, all of a sudden, it took about a month of taking it consistently. And then all of a sudden, I went to go get my Diet Coke like I normally do. And I took 2 sips of it and I went, you know what? This is nasty. And so I dumped it all out. And so from that moment on, things just started to change. I started noticing that, I'd lose a pound, once a week, about a pound a week or something like that. And I thought, okay, well, this is slow and steady. But then I started not having cravings late in the evening, which was really a struggle for me. And then it just kept getting better and better and better. And now my eating is such where I can control. I don't have the late evening panic attack, so to speak, where I have to eat something and before I go to bed and all of that. And it's wonderful. And I can say right now I am down to 306. So I've lost a total of 30 pounds since May.
Wow.
And I have this technology here to blame, I guess. I don't to thank for.
It's a good side effect,
Thank
huh?
for. Yes, it is.
Yeah, if you want to list the side effects, maybe we should do something like that. List all the side effects, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You could have better sleep. You could have,
Absolutely. There's all kinds of things there, but
yeah.
me, yeah, but yeah, I'm so happy that Lorianne introduced me to the Redox revolution here. So, and
So I want to just pause here really quick and acknowledge something that most people don't acknowledge.
mhm,
When you start something new and maybe you are skeptical, I had told you a few things, but you had to experience it for yourself.
yes,
And
absolutely.
one thing I remember saying to you was, pay attention to what your body is telling you, because you've developed some habits.
Yes,
And you told me one of your habits was at a certain time of day, you get in your car, you go over to the gas station and you buy your drink. It's kind of like your break.
yes,
It's your, sanity moment that you have. And it's been a habit
yes.
for a long time.
Long time, as in
Right.
44 ounce or at one time I was doing 3 a day. That was a long time ago, but I narrowed it down to but when I met you, I was at 1 a day, 1 44 ounce a day was where I was at. And it was,
Yeah, and there's a lot of people that do this. A
mhm,
lot of people that do this. And they just don't realize, how it's more of a habit kind of, and something their brain is trying to keep you safe, trying to keep you comfortable, trying to keep you happy. And so when you interrupt it with this cell signaling technology, it goes in and it's starting to balance things out in your body, and you might not need those habits. You might do them just because it's a routine. And so when you called me and told me that you had walked in there, you had filled your drink out of pure habit,
mhm,
took that drink, and it was like, ah, this has changed.
yes,
And it
something has
wasn't
changed.
anything in that cup that had changed. It
No,
was now your body telling you, I don't need that anymore. I
yes,
am balanced in this area. I don't need it anymore.
mhm,
So you have to honor that though, because some people will just push through it and say, I've been doing this forever. I don't
yeah.
know what this,
What the heck? Well, just one more. Yeah, that kind
yeah,
of a thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's really, I have to say kudos to you for honoring your body, for really paying attention to that. And that, I mean, just right there, that is life altering, life
Oh, believe,
changing, if even
yeah,
just that much, right?
absolutely, absolutely. So, and again, I'm feeling better, and things are just anyway. I'm just real happy where I'm at right now, and just I'm just going to keep on going, and I'll just keep reporting on the progress here. But
Awesome.
just to get control of it, to be able to look at something and go, oh, that looks good, and go, you know what, I'm okay without that right now. That was a power I did not have, and I have it now, and I'm so grateful for that.
That's cool, Brad.
So,
So just to give you a little bit of now, if we want to just talk a little bit of the science. So all this does is this is a cell signaling supplement
yes,
that goes in and it detects cells that need to be repaired or replaced.
mhm,
So those are the key things. It's a detection, repairing, replacing. It will go in and signal it will start, it's like there's a fire in your house somewhere,
yeah,
and we're talking inside our body. So there's these little fires that maybe are in our body somewhere, and we don't know how to put them out. We don't even know they're starting,
right,
right? We don't know they're starting until we have got a massive thing that has happened to us. And we're like, wait,
what
why
happened?
is that hurting now? Why am I sluggish? Why am I tired? Why have I got all this belly fat started? What is going on inside my body? And our brain wants to keep us safe, happy, and, so starts keeping us more comfortable. But when we drink these little this cell signaling supplement, these redox molecules,
Mhm.
then it starts flipping switches on inside our house to stop and put out those
Put out
fires.
those
It's like
fires. Wow.
calling the fire department right to that area, but we have no control over it.
Right.
It just goes where your
Yeah, it just
body
does.
needs it to go.
Yeah, and it probably reacts on whatever's in the body at that particular time. It's like
Right.
it needs something. I'm going to find it from somewhere.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a great analogy, Lorianne. I hadn't thought of it that way. That's great.
Well,
So,
how cool that you're starting to feel better
yes.
and that you're on this journey. And as we talk on this podcast and we share the information that, we have been using for me the past 10 years and for Brad just recently, I think it will be a really good perspective to help people understand, this redox science and this redox revolution that is taking over the world right now.
Yes.
The message is getting out.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And that's why Lorianne and I decided, we put our heads together and says, you know what, people need to know about this. And I'm telling you right now, I've been in the radio business for a lot of years. I have a podcast. I own a radio station, which is what you see behind me right here, Resilience Talk Network. And I have people talk to me all the time about products and things, and I've tried a lot. And again, if you're using something out there and it's working for you, great. That being said, this product here has transformed my life, and I want everybody in the world to know about it. And so Lorianne and I decided, you know what, let's get together. I also do another podcast with stroke survivors, and myself, I've had actually 7 what they call mini strokes, and that's another thing too that we'll get into in another episode, because I've had brain surgery, and there's been a lot of things that I've needed to overcome, and there's a lot of stories to share. But we just wanted to keep this short and simple today, and introduce this concept to you. But Lorianne and I are on fire. We want the world to know about this, because it's
Yes,
something
we
that
do.
absolutely, it's something that can absolutely uh, change our lives for sure. So,
Yeah,
so
Brad, this is a great time for people to understand the power that this can do. And 100% it is non-toxic, so it will
non-toxic.
not interfere with anything that you are taking or doing currently.
Mhm.
So it's a great way to just introduce some redox molecules that will go in, detect things that heal, repair, and replace cells.
Absolutely.
And we all have cell damage. So, why not have that extra little shot that you
Mhm.
can take and to boost that?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, as you're watching this, you're probably watching it on our YouTube channel. If not, you're on some other form of social media. But on the YouTube channel, please hit subscribe down at the bottom here, so that you can be notified. Hit the bell down there too, because that'll notify you anytime we have a new podcast. As we get going here, they'll be regular. We'll have regularly scheduled times for them. We'll also be bringing on other guests, people who have had similar, and the miracles that we've been seeing with this. I'm just, again, blown away, and we'll be sharing those stories with you as we go. And so anyway, Lorianne, I think this is a good first show here. Let's get this
Yeah,
thing rocking and rolling.
let's do it.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you for tuning in. Be sure and tell all your friends and family about it. And we'll be here. If you want to get a hold of us, you can find our contact information down in the show notes. And we look forward to getting to know you. But if you have any questions, please give us a call. We'll see you soon.
Bye. I appreciate you all.